Well, it's Friday, October 19th, 2012. Still having problems with this Hedgehog computer. Now, I reset Windows up on this other disk. It took it took days, so I know that's not the problem. And now, for some reason, it's not recognized. It didn't install drivers for the Ethernet controller, audio controller, and a video controller. So I can't even bring in. It's got to have a virus inside the boot ROM. That's all I can think. I did install new boot ROM a long time ago, before this went down. So I'm wondering if it was corrupted or something. I tried to reinstall it, but it gives me a message that says that the one that I have is newer or the same as the one I'm trying to install, so it won't install it. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll pull the whole chip out of something else. It's a nice fall day. The leaves are just starting to fall and change color. I get back on that car, I get over my fear of getting under that car. I really hate jacking it up in this weird way and being on a street like this. Hey, this is going to be no fun. I'll stick that brick under the front tire. Hopefully this jack will hold. Suckers blocked in the back with a brick to keep it from rolling, plus I had the emergency brake on. Really hate working on cars on this hill like this. I'd feel a lot safer if I had a vehicle to put in front of the car to keep it from rolling. See if I can get this. It's a miracle. I don't know if you can see that. It started to move. Well, the pipe's loose, and now I can feel around that little hose there, and there's a split right on the top of it. So that's where my major leak was. I did have some seal leaks on this hose, on this pipe, so I gotta pull it out. I'll probably replace this. I think I bought one of these other hoses as well. Very cool. I'll pull these hoses off. Yeah, the pipe's loose. So it's really jammed in there. I'm going to try to pry it with it. Okay, the good news is this tube might be okay. I'm going to have to test it. I'm going to clean it. So here's where the original massive leak was. This little tube. To get to the other end of the little tube, I'm going to have to take all of that crap apart that I took apart in the first place to get at it. These seals were leaking too. They're all screwed up, at least that one was. This one looks new, but they didn't fix this one. So, wow, that one's all screwed up. See, it ripped right there. That was leaking too. Alright, I just cut it to save time. I'm going to replace these two hoses that go into it. I'm going to test this pipe. And start reversing this procedure, hopefully before it snows. You can see why it's kind of spooky getting under this car. Number one, we're on a hill. There's a big hill outside here. Every time I jack it up, it keeps going more and more toward the center of the road. Actually, the jack brings both tires off the ground. Alright, I'm going to jack it down. So I don't have the seals or any of this other crap that I need. And let's see if I can get those other two hoses off. One of them's a heater hose I put on with blue Permatex rather. It's going to be a pain in the neck to get that off. I'm going to have to cut that off. So, on with the next phase. Oh, there it is. I'll dry it off now. It's going to need seals and hoses. I think it's the only problem. I don't think this metal pipe is damaged at all. It looks pretty new, actually. It's probably been replaced at some point. So I'll clean this up. That should save me $70 because that's how much these stupid pipes go for. I don't remember if I showed it. Here's where the problem was. There's a split on top of this hose. You can see the split. And that was actually squirting straight in the air on top of the motor. So it was a real weird problem to find it. In addition, it was leaking here. You can't see it on the camera, but this was rough because that's gone. Somebody put a new one of these on. I was going to replace it anyway. But, so they fixed one end and not the other. I found like 8 leaks in this cooling system so far. But this was definitely the major one, this pipe here. I gotta get another hose that size. Can't find my pliers. I guess it's gonna be steak sandwiches at least for today too. Well, that ends another day into the weekend. It doesn't rain this weekend. I guess I'll pull the, I guess you can't see anything in the dark here. I'll pull the top of the car apart and get those 2 hoses out. They're preformed hoses. I'm going to have to order them somehow. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Have a good night.